right, guys. Third week. Little bit of excitement in The Bachelor on Monday nights. It's your normal crew here: Haley, Patrick, Yari, and Wes. Guys, first off, how's your week going? And how about last night or this morning's episode? Just plain initial reactions first.
Week's going good. Snowy. It's cold out here, but when you watch The Bachelor, everything gets better.
Everything gets a little bit warmer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
Jamie-
infuriated.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that too.
Yari?
Mars came out this week.
My week's been pretty good. I've been staying inside, so haven't really felt the cold. But yeah, I got my little dosage of drama this morning, and it was surprising, that's to say the least. So there's that.
Haley, how about you? Was it a dose or was it an overdose for you as one of the more experienced?
I'm gonna be honest. I was mildly bored. Like, this episode felt like it lasted like 4 hours.
I think the episode felt a little too long, yeah.
It felt
did,
a little
yeah.
lengthy.
It felt really long to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I honestly, I love the drama here and there, but I find myself less and less shocked by the things that Victoria says. And I think that just shows you how desensitized I've become.
Yeah.
I liked her little line where she was like, "Oh, I'm Elsa, and she's Anna, and she needs to let it go."
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I guarantee that was scripted. I guarantee
Probably.
it was scripted to her. Oh, I mean, I think the drama has just been, we're 3 or 4 weeks into this.
4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, we're a month into this, and we've just not had a mellowed out period yet. It's just nonstop. I mean, Matt's reaction to all of it, like as soon as that fifth girl left, he's just sitting there. He's like, "Oh gosh," it's like that was me last night. I was like, "Oh Lord, help us all." So we've got a lot of drama definitely to talk about. I think that there is. For those who don't watch, snitches do not usually work out in the house. But we have one that I'm really proud of this time. So we're going to get into all of that. So we started off with, what was it, the first group date? We were still on? We were still on the first group
date, yeah.
And
it was just like a cocktail party. It wasn't like a group date. It was just like a cocktail party.
Yeah, it was more the wrap-up of it.
We didn't get the first half of that date.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little weird. Did anybody else feel that the structure was weird this time? I mean, I think that this goes to Haley, who's watched it a little bit longer.
Yes.
But
I think that's what made it feel really long.
Yeah, because we had 3 group dates in this. And then one was definitely the most entertaining, but that comes at the end. But, Patrick, let's just dive into it with our talking points. Patrick, where do you want to start with this today?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
What did you think about the addition of the women? We got 5 new ones, and 2 of them got sent home by the end of the night, I think.
I think it was just one.
It was
just one? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with the majority of the girls that were already there. It wasn't really fair at all. It's like, of course you're going to have tons of people who want to be on the show. And in like Michelle's case, she's one of the new contestants. She hit it off pretty well with Matt, which, I mean, I see why they might have brought more people in, but then again, everyone was just mad and frustrated and just
bored.
Yeah. And like, it just really brought out some of the true colors of some of the people there. And
Yeah.
Yari, what did you think when you saw that SUV pull up with 5 other people?
I wasn't as mad as I thought I would be, but I did understand the other girls. I think it's when they started the whole bullying thing that I was like, oh, we don't need to be that mean about it, But I think it's just because I really like Michelle. I do really like Michelle. The other girls I kind of don't really care about, but I think that it's because what's her name, Brittany. She walked in a couple of them just looked very entitled when they came into time with Matt, or I think one of them was like, oh, when am I going to have my one-on-one date or something like that. So it's like with that kind of entitlement, I was like, oh, well, come on. You've been here for like 5 minutes, so relax.
Well, the first girl who walked out of the SUV made out with Matt right then and there.
Oh, her, yeah.
I feel like she's planted too.
Well, as we found out later, thanks to Anna's little rumor about her, yeah, I have a strong feeling, especially since she's from Chicago too. But I think that we'll get into that. Haley, what did you think about the drama that came out of those 5 girls? I mean, obviously, I think that we're all kind of in agreement that this is not normal or fair. I mean,
yeah, absolutely not. I mean, my biggest thing that I took away from that was in the most bratty voice. The only time I've ever agreed with Victoria, she goes, "I don't want to be annoyed. I'm annoyed right now," and she like that was after like all the girls came out, and I think like that was the only time I was like, okay, yeah, I get like you are justified in feeling that way. But honestly, out of that whole situation, I was more like, I don't want to say irritated, but slightly irritated that they all assumed it would be Sarah.
oh
That
gosh.
was what I was like really like more like upset about. Like, come on guys, like she left, like just let it be. And I get like if they've watched The Bachelor or Bachelorette, like yeah, you can, I get where they're coming from, like, oh, maybe it's her coming back to stir up stuff, but like literally she left that day, you know, like I don't think they would have brought her back that soon. So I just thought that was a bit of like a cheap shot on the girls' parts, you know.
I think
Especially
Matt.
after Katie said like she had like stuff going on with her family and everything. Like I feel like that was a bit insensitive on the girls' part.
Katie coming to her defense has been, well, Katie coming to anybody's defense has definitely showed this week. And I mean, I'm all for, like, I liked Katie when she came out, mostly because of the fact she like, is comfortable with herself in who she is. But, you know, we saw, I think it was before the new women came in, that her and Victoria had a beef, and she was like, you know, you could do whatever. She basically said, it was like, you know, if you want to be a bitch about it, like, okay, like, that's fine. I think Katie doesn't take it from anybody, which I'm fully supporting right now, and I'm loving every minute of what she is putting down between her and Victoria. So I think that, you know, going back to what you were saying, that it was a cheap shot. If they wouldn't have previewed last week that we were getting 5 new women, I would have expected it to be Sarah who was coming back. Just because I know how The Bachelor operates. It's like, well, you know, we're going to pull this, like, out there. But since we knew that we were going to be getting more girls, like, I didn't expect it to be Sarah off the bat. Patrick, what did you think of Victoria going right after one of the new girls and stealing the crown?
That was so ballsy. You know, it's, in retrospect, it's not that surprising, but you could see it on everyone's faces that they were just astounded that she even thought about doing that. You know, no one really said anything to her, like, in the moment, too, which, I don't know, I probably would have, or I think someone did, or, like, they were like, Victoria.
Yeah, I think there was something around that. I was surprised, and I wish, because she got up and left, and I thought they were going to say, it's like, we're all not as crazy as her. Like, I was waiting for it, for somebody to break the ice with this. It's like, we're all pissed, but we're not her. Like, we're not crazy.
And I think with the whole thing of bringing in all the new people, I don't think Matt was expecting it either. And I think it really showed.
No.
And
yeah,
I don't know if he was just more overwhelmed than he was, like, I don't know, excited for more opportunity, or it's a lot in the first place, but then to do that to someone over again, someone said, you know, it's like PTSD from night one all over again. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And he got interrupted, too. Now, granted, it was Victoria who got interrupted, so I was a little happy about that one.
Save us the pain from that.
Oh, that date was that conversation was already going painful, and Chris Harrison just walks up, and I was like,
I think they were both relieved.
Somebody slipped Chris Harrison a $20 bill to come save Matt right now. You know, I don't know how it's going to work out, and I think that Matt handled it the best that he could. At least that's kind of my take on it. I don't know about you guys, and if you want to chime in on that, feel free to. But I think that he handled it about as well as he could, because what is he going to say? Like, no? Like, I don't want to meet him? I mean, I don't know how that would work, but, I mean, in my opinion, he handled it the best that he could, and I think at least with one of them, it's showing quite a bit of signs as we got a one-on-one with him and Michelle right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So, so afterwards we got the first group date, which was the pumpkin, or the scavenger hunt, where we got to see Ben Higgins come back. For those of you who don't know, Ben Higgins was Bachelor 5 years, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. It's right around there. So he's a former face, just like Wells in the boxing arena, who also dates Sarah Hyland, but that's besides the point. So we got to see a scavenger hunt. What, Yari, first thoughts on the date? Did you think it was cheesy, cute?
I thought it was a little cute, not gonna lie. I mean, I think it's a little weird. The whole concept of like fighting for one man, it's still strange to me regardless, but it's a lot of drama and it attracts me. But yeah, I thought it was really cute, like the little pumpkins and then the squirrel costumes. I don't know how they changed into. I'm sure, like obviously with editing and everything like that, but yeah, I thought it was cute. Yeah, it was. Oh, like with acorn and the haystack thing, and then I believe like Anna, like she like hid Brittany's acorn or something like that, and I was
Yeah,
like,
she hid one of.
Come on, that's dirty.
Anna's kind of turned on everybody. Yari, you had said before that you had liked Anna.
I did.
Before all of this, should we just start discussing who has kind of turned toxic in the house at this point?
She's a little toxic, yeah. The fact, like, I think it was like near the end where she and Victoria were like laughing about all the other new girls and stuff like that, and I don't know, and just like still complaining. I believe like in the beginning of the episode they were still like taking jabs at Sarah, and then Katie had said to just stop because she had already left. Like, what's the point? So,
right.
Which I agree with, and Katie, respect. So, yeah.
Katie is definitely not the issue.
No.
But I mean, the amount, I guess the amount of like dirt that Anna was willing to spread, like literally, what's the new? Again, I'm horrible with name. What was the new girl's name who came in?
Brittany.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Brittany. She accused Brittany of being a sex worker in Chicago. Legitimately. Like, how do you not expect that to go over well? And I mean, I'm trying to think of worse rumors that had been started on The Bachelor, and I couldn't think of anything right off the bat. Haley, did anything come to mind with you, and what were your thoughts when those words, one, came out of her mouth, and then two, she just said it in front of everybody else too?
Yeah, I think we've heard like rumors here and there, but most of it is like, oh, he or she has a girlfriend or boyfriend back home, like he's here to promote his music career, like never anything like that. Like, that was shocking to me, because I've definitely, it's not the first time we've heard, oh, this rumor about so-and-so, or like we talked about the rumor that Victoria F from Peter's season dated Chase Rice, we hear rumors like that, but like this was totally different. And I think she went from being this like super, I loved her, I truly did, like she was really sweet, I thought, and like seemed very genuine, to not only calling a woman out, but calling a woman out in front of everybody. Just, she has no class is what I took out of that.
On something that you can't even verify too. I mean, It's not, trashy doesn't even describe it, is kind of how I looked at it. And when I heard it come out of her mouth, like, I was like, you're really going to say that? And there's a part of me that's like thinking rationally, like, okay, the Bachelor producers and casting would have vetted her enough to not do that. Like,
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have.
that's a nightmare scenario.
They have to background check these women, you know.
And
like,
oh yeah, but I was shocked at how just like nonchalantly she brought it up. Patrick, what are your thoughts on it? I guess that's...
Oh God, if you get the slightest...
Patrick is digesting.
The whole thing with rumors is ridiculous. Especially in such a strange environment as, like, the show. And I think they, like, some of the contestants understand that how damaging a rumor like that can be if you're on this show. There is a national audience of millions of people, and they will choose whatever they want to believe. And if she goes back into her real life and in the real world, that kind of stuff sticks with her, you know? And it's damaging. Like, and I don't think a lot of them, like, think about that while they're on the show.
Katie said it best, like, afterwards of when she went and talked to Matt about it, was like, you know, some of the stuff that's being around, like, this could ruin her reputation, and rightfully so. I mean, that's gonna, once you say that, like, you can't take that back. Like, not even apologizing, like, oh, you know, it, granted, like, I'm all for, like, how Brittany handled it. Brittany, like, got basically a gun put to her head. It was just like, what are you going to do? She's like, well, that's not true. I mean, she couldn't handle it any other way. I'm glad that she didn't, like, I think that they were hoping she was just going to up and leave. So, you know, good for her for kind of sticking to it. But I had never seen something so toxic out of it. You know, and I get that we see bullying on this show. I mean, that's one of the dynamics of the show that isn't uncommon. But this was just a whole new level, in my opinion. You know, I don't know if, you know...
It is so frustrating to see that Matt is not privy to any of this stuff going on unless he's told by some of the contestants. You know? And the producers keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know? It's so...
Katie's spilling the tea for him this time, though.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. You know, I just don't know. Like, I don't know. And I watched it with my girlfriend last night, and my girlfriend has said Sarah would still be on the show if the bullying wouldn't happen. And I want to toss that question to you guys. Yes or no, do you think she'd still be on the show?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, obviously she had stuff going on, but, you know, she just got so blackballed behind, like, Victoria just wanted her gone. And now they've got two of them in the house. I don't know how it's going to go. But I think that the dynamic will definitely change if both of them go. And I don't know which one needs to go first. I mean, my thought is Anna, just because of what she said. Patrick, what do you think? Anna, Victoria? Obviously,
send them both home. The thickest...
You had to choose one, though. You had to choose one.
Victoria. I don't care. From day one, get her off the show.
Victoria was on GMA this morning, too, guys.
Really?
She was on Good Morning America this morning. Yeah, and she deflected all morning because she was pressed by Michael Strahan and company. But yeah, no, she was on GMA.
I should watch a clip.
You could probably find it on YouTube, and anybody else who listens to this, if you're curious of what this woman says, just look up her Good Morning America clip.
Bring some sunglasses so you can block out the light from her stupid crown, I'm guessing.
No, she didn't wear a crown.
Oh my God, really? Really?
I know. She stole the crown and then doesn't wear it.
I was actually thinking about it this morning, because under her, like on her bio, it just says Queen, and I was like, I wonder what her actual profession is. I wonder if that'll ever be revealed, but who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
Queen's looking for a new head singer.
Who knows? I mean, her mugshot got dropped about a week ago, so there was that. Yeah, Victoria has a past. Like, she's got a mugshot, and it's not the most flattering. Now, granted, I don't think any mugshot would ever be flattering, but, you know, that one was not good. Yeah, I want them both gone. I think I'm in the same boat as you, Patrick. Just get them both out of here.
Move
and then
along.
Let's just go into the other group date before we talk about Michelle, because I think we need to end on a positive note, and Michelle is definitely that from this episode, guys. What did you all think about boxing with all of these girls with a bunch of pumped up anger against one another? And the producers are like, we think this is a great idea. What can possibly go wrong?
Square up, square up.
I don't know. A part of me was watching it, and I was like, wow, these girls can actually throw a punch.
Yeah.
It would probably hurt.
I think Matt was more, like, scared and, like, shocked than he was, like, oh, this is fun.
Matt was expecting a pillow fight. No, he literally got MMA'd. Oh, it was... I don't know. I thought it was entertaining. Obviously dangerous, but that was kind of me. Haley, Yari?
I thought, honestly, like, I think it was much needed. I think they kind of just needed to, like, beat each other up a little bit, get out any frustration, whether it was, like, against one another or, you know, like, I'm very shocked that the producers didn't put Katie and Victoria, like, up against each other.
I would have paid to see that.
Right?
I know.
Victoria getting knocked in the face.
I was about to bring that up. It's like, did anybody notice that they stopped right before it was going to be Victoria's fight?
Yeah.
I laughed at I laughed at all the punching bags in the forest. I was like, someone had to set those up.
But so no, I thought it was like, honestly, like very needed and like really cool to like, you know, let the girls blow off some steam in a way. So hopefully like it did more good, you know, than getting, what was it, Serena got punched in the face pretty hard.
Yeah, Serena got hit in the nose and got an ice pack at the end.
Yeah, which, I mean, you know, that happens every time these people do a physical activity. Somebody gets hurt and then they get one-on-one time with the Bachelor or Bachelorette. So, you know, it was just a matter of time of who it was going to be.
How different are the dates between the two shows? Are they like similar activities or is it like...
I mean, it depends where they are and who it is. Like, last season, on Claire's season, they did, like, they did
naked dodgeball.
Yeah, there was dodgeball.
They did naked dodgeball last season.
Yeah, strip dodgeball.
Yes.
They have had a fighting ring episode, but I want to say it was a pillow fight.
Yeah.
On a Bachelorette.
I think that was Colton's season, yeah.
Yeah, the girls tend to get more of these, like, you know, I don't want to say fluffy, because punching someone boxing is not fluffy, but, like, they get the more, like, almost like hand-on-hand stuff, and the guys are more competitive long-hand games, like dodgeball or, like, flag football they've played before.
They did rugby in Hannah Brown's season when they were overseas, and that didn't end well. One of them got carted off in an ambulance, so, you know. Yeah. It's... Again, I think it makes the producers are like, which one is going to cause more injury? A woman punching another woman or a guy throwing a fist at somebody? One's going to put one in a coma. I mean, I think I was watching it last night, and after Katie was the first one to fight, and I was like, Katie definitely showed that you piss her out, like, she could hurt you. Like, that was my interpretation of it. I was like, okay, like, note to self, don't make fun of her. Like, if you ever run into her, because she has a pretty bad left hook.
Yeah,
but I mean,
she's a fighter.
That was entertaining. I mean, but I kind of figured it was going to get out of hand, and even Matt, like, after the last one, he was like, okay, like, we're done here. But
how is that even a date?
That's what I was thinking too, actually.
Let's get to spend time with Matt and just knock each other around a boxing ring.
it's crazy because it was all the like the original girls or whatever, and then they were
Oh.
saying, "Oh, yeah, the OGs," and they're like, "Oh, I wish the new girls were here." And I can't even imagine the amount of force and like anger that they would treat those girls with. Like they would be like pummeled to like the hospital or something like that, just because. Ooh, that was crazy. But I don't know. It was yeah. I don't think it like was it really a quality date? No, but it was really entertaining. So. What I want to know is how Maggie got out of that pumpkin because she was never able to row her way over to the end. So,
Oh yeah. Oh, that was. I think that's now a GIF on Twitter, and I am going to use it quite frequently. It's just, it felt so bad for her in that pumpkin, but I think the group dates are a little weird this year. You know, we're 4 weeks in. I think I can finally say that the group dates are very, very strange this year, and I'm more wanting just more one-on-ones, and I think that I just want to get to that portion of the show to where we get 2 one-on-ones, and then
that was the only part of that episode that I was actually like enjoying watching.
I
The
love that
one-on-one?
one.
The one on
I love the one-on-one.
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
it was so adorable. First off, we got the Michelle, who's one of the new girls, got the one-on-one, devastated a bunch of the OGs. So it was I was a little surprised. My first reaction, I'll toss it to you guys on this. Were you guys surprised that one of the girls who just walked out of the house got it?
I kind of
No.
wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Because
Wow,
like
I'm
with the contestants that had already been there, I think Matt, whether he wants to admit it or not, kind of knows like who he's kind of leaning towards and who he's not. And I think Michelle really took him by surprise and just swept him off his feet a little bit. So
Yeah.
I think the big thing for them was like that she was, and when I saw, because I saw all the girls and I was like, oh, I mean, they're okay, you know, I was like, they're beautiful, of course, but I was like, oh, you know, they're okay, you know, but, and like, I saw that Michelle was a teacher and I was like, oh, she's a teacher, I was like, that's so cute, you know, just because, I don't know, I never understood what Matt did as a profession, but I saw that he worked with kids in like the first episode, and I was like, oh, that's really sweet, and he seemed like he really liked children. And that seemed like a central theme for them to bond over, like that they both really liked kids and they wanted to have kids. That seemed really common for them, or a common trait. So,
Yeah, I quickly felt like into the train or into the category of I'm all for Michelle.
yeah.
I don't know. She just seems so genuine, down to earth. And first off, that is an envious one-on-one date. And it is attainable. Like, it would cost a little bit more as a guy, but it is attainable to do
Yeah.
what they did. So I was
funny
all
too.
for it.
She's real funny.
Yeah,
She cracked a couple jokes in there, and I mean, I laughed.
she's funny, but then at the same time, she has that serious side to her. Like when her and Matt are having that conversation about like, you know, how are your kids handling this, referring to like the kids that she teaches.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she is down to earth on it, and it's more just strange for how all of that is going to go.
I will forever love the third wheeling pilots and drivers of all these ridiculous vehicles. They all hop in all the time. Like they're the air balloon pilot. He's just
Here we go.
sitting there.
Well, that's like a 4x4 cube. Of
Yeah,
people
so
making
they're
out,
making
you know?
out
Like,
up in the air, and he's like, "Nice weather."
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel that's probably the most awkward job, is being the hot air balloon conductor on that one.
Make sure all the GoPros
What?
are on before you go.
Yeah, just teach them how to drive it. I mean, it can't be as hard as like driving a stick shift, so I feel like they would be okay. I liked that date. I think that's what I'm watching more and more of this season, and there's just a part of me that's like, I want to see more of that. I don't want to see any more of like the drama or anything else. Like I want that. Like let's just get to that portion of it. Like I want to see the hometowns and everything else. I don't know if you guys are kind of in that boat too.
Absolutely, I'm ready to get on with it. I think that's why I got bored today, because I was just like, let's, get something going. I'm sick of seeing women steal him from each other, like, and go, oh my God, can I have 5 more minutes? Like, I'm over it.
Yeah. I think that I'm ready for Matt to kind of get the tea on everything, and that's what we got led into at the end of the episode, at least, when Katie basically was like, I've had enough. And I was so happy when she just kind of like got up and left. I was like, here we go. Like, and normally it doesn't work out, which, I mean, not surprising. I mean, I think that that's kind of the easiest reaction, right, Haley? You know, it's not surprised whenever a girl goes and snitches on everybody else, because you still got to live with those guys. You got to go live with them, like, after the fact. But, I don't know. I thought that this was justified, at least on my end. Or at least for how I saw it.
I don't think, honestly, Katie will care if the girls start, she seems so confident in herself. She's like the moral compass of the group in a way, and I think she had every right to do that. And like, I don't think she cares at all if they're gonna hate her after, because like when Victoria was like fighting with her, she's like, I don't care, think what you want, not my problem.
Yeah.
So I think it was much needed, and like somebody had to do it, and I think she's the most confident and capable of doing it without like then spiraling into like, oh my God, everyone hates me.
Yeah. Patrick, what do you think? You all for
Team Katie.
Katie kind of rolling the grenade at this point?
Yeah. Team Katie. I hope she lasts. I don't think she's going to end up with Matt. I really don't. But
I hope to see her in the Final Four.
yeah, at least keep her around.
There's a part of me that wants to see Final Four.
Yeah.
Or just make it to hometown so we can see Chicago on some B-roll. Like, please.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's been a while since a girl from Chicago has made hometowns.
Katie's from Chicago?
I believe Katie was from Chicago.
I thought it was
right?
Anna and the girl who got sent home. And Brittany.
It was Brittany.
Sarah and Brittany.
No, it was
Sarah's
No,
San
Sarah's
Diego.
from San. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
San Diego.
Yeah, but like the girl, because it was Kayla who got sent home, and then it was the other girl with like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. You're right. You're right, Yari. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Anna's from Chicago.
I was mixing up her and what's her name?
I forgot her name. She was like a hostess or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. She's the hostess. Katie was the one who brought the sex toy. Yeah. Different girl.
Yeah.
And again, she brings that up. Like, Victoria tried to throw that in her face, and she was like, I'm confident in it. And it's like, yes. Like, give this clap back. I really think that the dynamic, like, Katie had every right to do it, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think...
I was really surprised when she walked out to go talk to Matt. Like, just the herd of producers that was just surrounding him. It's like, we don't see that all the time. Kind of like reinforces some of the speculations everyone has, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess now we've got predictions. How do you think Matt is going to handle this? Because I
think he's going to be a little bit reserved.
I
think he's not going to do what he wants in a way. I think the I don't know if it's the show or the producers, I think they have somewhat of a rope on him of like how much he can like intervene or do, I guess. I don't know if you like I have a feeling they tell him to just sit back and watch. I don't know.
I don't know, because like I think in what they ruled for the next episode, Diana was in tears and she was constantly crying in the next episode. So I feel like she'll probably go home next week. That's my guess, most likely, because Matt will probably find out that she started the rumor, which at that point you really can't go back from. So
I agree. I think she'll definitely get sent home.
I'm curious to see how he handles it. Like, I want him to handle it better than he handled
Marilyn
and Victoria. Like, if he handles it the same way that he handled Marilyn and Victoria, I will be a little upset. But I don't think that you can handle it that way. This is this was an outside girl who's just like, I have no stake in this, but like, this is being said and this is going to ruin somebody when all of this comes out. So I don't think he's going to handle, I hope he sends both of them home, but I have a very not confident feeling in that one. That both of them go.
Mhm.
But I could be wrong. So
Fingers crossed.
I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm very much hoping that I am wrong on this one. But it's definitely, can we all kind of agree that Matt's put in like a hard position on this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard position not because of what's being said, but how he's going to handle it just from everything else.
It's all word of mouth too. He's never present. He's never there to see any of this go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I feel bad that he's got to put up with it. I think that he is a down-to-earth person, and he'd even said before we got cut out for to be continued of, I don't stand for this. So I really hope that, and I really think that he is going to be like, we're like, I'm killing this like right now. So I think that that's going to be the case. But I think the last thing that I have then, are we still locking our picks for who we had? I mean, I'm still on an Abigail, even though Michelle is creeping up. Or is anybody changing?
What about Bree? Think Bree's still...
I don't know. I honestly don't. I'm genuinely now more confused than ever because I don't feel like anyone really has a solid connection with him anymore. Or at least I don't see it, So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm really confused, honestly. I love Abigail, but I don't think anymore they're going to...
Because we saw a different side of her over the last couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah.
I really like Maggie, the woman who's from Ethiopia. I believe she's like the oldest one there. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find her like she's so gorgeous. I don't know. I love her, and she's so cute in her little
Did you see
poncho.
Did you see the
I
credits of
did,
them
yeah.
dancing?
Yeah. That was so cute.
Oh, so cute. I don't see them ending up I don't see them ending up together, and I don't see her getting too far either, which makes me kind of sad. Because like I feel like she's never really too often on group dates, and she's never had a one-on-one either. She's just kind of there, and just like beautifully standing there and everything like that, with her cheekbones. So, but I do really like her. I do hope that she goes far, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So yeah, I feel like nobody really, except Michelle, maybe right now. But that's just from one episode. I don't know how it's gonna go
and
for
it's
them.
like that for every episode. Whoever has like the one-on-one date, it's like they're probably gonna last. So
we're just tricked so easily.
yeah,
by
really,
it.
really.
I'm
'Cause
still
we're new.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with Abigail, but that's, do I think that they will last if they wound up together? Do I think they would last as a couple? No.
No.
I could see her.
Mm-mm.
I think that she's gonna go to the Final Four at least. Like,
I hope
if
so.
anybody, like, my second place, I'm probably going with Katie. Like, I think that she could make it, and I think that give it a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we'll start seeing that dynamic a little bit more, because obviously she hasn't had a ton of time with Matt yet, but this could play in her favor. Now she's not playing it that way, but this could work out for her.
Yeah. I think Serena P, the girl who got hurt, and then Bree, I think that they can go decently far. I don't know about too far though, but it's always Serena C. It's been twice already that she started crying and complaining about how she's afraid that she's going to go home. And I'm like, girl, we got to stop doing this, okay? This is the show.
It's a pity rose.
What about
Probably. I just don't think, I don't think they've never had a one-on-one. She doesn't really, the only thing that I can think of with her is that they did the wedding pictures, I believe. Other than that, I can't even think of any moment that she's really had with him. And she's always saying, I never have any time with Matt. And I don't know how she still keeps going, honestly. She's cute, I like her, but, I don't know, I don't get it. So, yeah.
What about MJ?
Oh, her too?
No, I don't like her.
No?
You don't like
MJ?
her?
No, she's kind of bully. She's become a little bit of a bully.
She kind of has.
Her and
She's
Anna
kind
are,
of become the
piggybacking
third
on
wheel
each
of that,
other.
though. But it's been it's an extremely lesser third wheel. Like, if we're grouping her in there, I would definitely want her around over the other two.
Mhm.
That's true. I remember Yeah,
I'd
I'm
rather
with
Serena
Sarah.
C go home before her.
Yeah.
I don't like Serena C because, like you said, I'm sick of her crying. Like send her, Victoria and Anna home next week, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would
I
be,
don't know.
and
I haven't had like a
you,
reason.
you
it
go
should
ahead.
be 3. It should be 3 or 4 who go home next week. So
Where are we with Kit?
That's my guess.
I still like Kit.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't had
still
like a
Kit.
reason to like get
I
mad at
love
her.
Kit.
Nah.
Today, I was looking at her and I was like, she just looks so young. Like, I don't know.
She's
Yeah.
too young.
Yeah.
She's really
21.
young.
She's 21 or 22. I mean, she's old enough to drink and drive. I don't know if she can drive without a booster seat, but she is legal. So, I mean, I love her. I think that
Yeah.
she's got
Like she had good
she's got a little bit
banter
of spunk
with
to her.
Matt when they talked. I thought they had like a good back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll
Maybe it was
just
maybe it was
never
just the
happen,
maybe
like-
it was the editing. Maybe it
No.
was the clip they got. I don't
She
know.
she also won her fight in boxing too.
Yeah.
Like that little girl.
Yeah.
That little girl threw some punches. So, I mean, I think the jury's still out on Kit.
Mm.
I mean, I thought that she was definitely going to be stirring the pot against Victoria, and we haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So,
I think
I've-
she'll last. I think she'll last a little bit.
Not too long, but
Yeah.
she'll
I'm
get close.
I'm forgetting the name of the model who had.
That's
Chelsea.
Brittany. Oh,
oh,
Well, they're both models. They're both models.
Oh, they are?
Are you talking about the new girl or
The original.
one? Okay, yep, that's Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know who that is.
She got to
She-
talk to Matt in this episode.
she
the,
She gave him the photos.
Yeah.
No.
About
Okay,
her
okay,
hair.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yep. I thought that moment was
That was
really
sweet.
that was so
very
relatable.
sweet.
Yes.
It was so relatable. Like, as like obviously I can't relate. One, because I have short hair and I could never do that. But it is relatable for a good portion of the audience that watches it. And I mean, Matt's sitting there, and Matt 100% like was understanding. He's like, I get it. I mean,
I think
she looks gorgeous regardless. Like she looked gorgeous
Yes.
with long hair, and she looks gorgeous with short hair.
Well, yeah, I think too. So, she relate like it's very relatable for like the Black community watching,
Yes.
but also too just any woman who has shaved or lost their hair. And like I can speak like from personal experience with that. Like this past year, I lost all my hair, and that was for a different reason. But like I found myself like obviously it's a much different experience because I am white. I don't have to fit in with my hair, but like. I found myself relating to her in that when she explained the emotional attachment you have to your hair. Like, you don't realize it until it's not there. So I think that was a very genuine, real moment that she shared with him that not only people of color, but everyone, could relate to in some way.
100%. Yeah. It was one of the highlights early on in the night when she got to have that conversation, and they definitely like gave her the time for it.
Yeah.
And she got a
that was great.
rose.
She did. She did get a rose. I think that there are going to be some of them when they don't get a rose, we're going to see them again. Bachelor in Paradise. Like, you can guarantee there are going to be a few of them that are going to go to Paradise. So, I mean, that's what as somebody who's not officially applied for the show yet, but has considered it multiple times, I would 100% like to go to Paradise just because.
Yeah.
Mexico. We got to see Wells. Did you see Wells?
Yes.
Yes. We got to see Wells again, who's the bartender in Paradise. He was ringside, I guess, at the boxing match. Even Wells looked a little off-put, like, I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, he was scared.
But, all right. Patrick, do you have any final thoughts, I guess, as we're going to go around? I mean, I don't have any.
I can go through my list. At the beginning of the episode, nice drone shots. I really like their nature shots going up to the mansion and all the pretty leaf
All
colors.
foliage.
Yeah. I asked what happens when one of them has to go to the bathroom and they're all sitting on the couch and everyone's recording. Someone leaves and they have to wait for them. I don't know when or why I wrote this next one, but for some reason I wrote Matt's definitely a bottom.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I don't know why, but
really?
yeah.
I
I don't know what it was, but I was like,
disagree
dude.
on that one. I
No, he is.
really
Yeah,
disagree on that
he
one.
is.
He is not.
Or
At most, I'll give him like a middle.
I disagree with you on that one. I don't think that man is that.
I'm still surprised. There's like 4 or 5 contestants who still haven't gotten any like time to talk to him. Like that floors
That's
me
not
still.
uncommon.
Those are the
That's-
ones that are going soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. If they haven't developed a storyline by this point, they're going to be gone in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Again with the revolving glass door, they need to clean it. All those fingerprints. All those fingerprints.
You notice the weirdest things on this show so far.
Like, I don't know, because I have a strong background in video production and film, and you have to look for these small things that would, like, I don't know, mess up your shot, or just, like, it's the small cosmetics, like, on camera that
You need
that
to
look
watch.
for.
You need to watch the show like most of Bachelor Nation with a glass of wine in their hand, or preferably a bottle at some point.
But even then, some of the editing, half the establishing shots for where they're at are either photos of the moon or the property. You know, if you look at the start of each scene, it's always just like 2 or 3 seconds of the moon. I wrote down, Matt needs a buddy. He just needs a pal, just in his crib with him, just to like vent after he gets back from all the stuff that goes on. Like he
I
just
mean,
needs someone to
granted,
play
you
video
don't
games.
like him, but he does have one. His name is Chris Harrison.
No,
and
he
does
doesn't.
his job.
He doesn't chill with Matt after hours. Whatever.
You just imagine Chris Harrison and Matt. Like, I guarantee that Matt works out there, but just Chris Harrison deadlifting with Matt James.
I still can't stand Chris Harrison announcing the final rose during each ceremony. It's the most redundant, pointless words ever spoken on the show, and that's coming with Victoria
For
in the
the
cast.
drama.
It is for the drama.
And don't even get me started on the sound design, just the build up of all the intents just to hand someone a flower.
That's reality TV, though. You got to get used to it.
Yeah, probably why I don't like reality TV.
Nothing stops an emotional breakdown more than
Yeah. And I love
6-inch rose stem.
I love whenever a new date card shows up, they drop it on the table and then they run.
It's a grenade.
Yeah, really. I don't know. I don't like group dates. They don't really go on dates as a group. It's just, let's go talk to each other and everyone else sit on a couch still. The whole boxing sequence reminded me of Wii boxing. Just give everyone controllers and just start going like that.
Patrick, going back to it, because I had already said I could never be a contestant, but I would want to be like the luggage guy or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Would you be the balloon guy?
Yeah.
Would you third wheel there for 5 seconds of fame?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then, dude, Matt's got mammoth hands. That's his signature move. He's always got to do something with his hands. And then every
Yes,
time he
he
goes
does
in to
the
kiss a
thing,
girl,
guys.
he's got this paw just on the side of their neck and their cheek. And I'm like, dude.
Division One. He's a former Division
It's
One
like-
athlete. He played football for a reason.
I don't know. And my
Or
last...
as his buddy Tyler Cameron says, he's bigger. Tyler said on Twitter last night that Matt is bigger than him everywhere, because they were actually referring to his hands.
Oh,
And then
I heard that, I was like, okay.
even with the little dancing sequence at the end of the episode, I was like, yo, your torso is huge and your legs, you skip leg day. And then my last note was,
Okay.
go Katie.
Yeah.
Just go Katie.
Yari, final thoughts?
Honestly, I think I would just say I have no idea what happens with Anna. I don't even know how to feel about her. Like, I just wish that she didn't do that, because I want to like her. I don't know. Maybe it's the Chicago thing, but that's just terrible. But kind of hope she goes home. Kind of hope Maggie stays another week. and that's where I'm at.
Haley, was this the first episode of the year that made you think that you needed a drink, or was it just me?
No, yeah, definitely. I definitely did.
I think next week is going to be worse.
Oh god, no.
Next week I'm going to go through probably a whole bottle of wine. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, no, I think, let's see. Yeah, my biggest, I was glad that of the new girls that Kim went home, she just didn't fit in. She was odd. And again, I noticed the turtlenecks. But then, I'm so confused on what temperature it is. Because if you notice now, what was her? Michelle had a tank top on and pants, and he had short sleeves.
Yeah.
Then they were all in workout gear outside. Last week they were in turtlenecks and sweaters. What temperature is it? I'm very confused.
I mean, it's Pennsylvania in the fall, so I mean, I bet it's like September, October. I mean, I still wear shorts sometimes in Illinois in end of September.
I don't know, but she like I was just very like I was confused. But yeah, I think that was it. I like this whole like I'm gonna have to do like quick facts or like quick notes for the end of every when we go around, and we should do that every week.
Yeah.
I'll find some good ones for next week. I was trying to look for Matt with his eyes open kissing girls, and I couldn't find it.
No, this week it was the hands. It was the hands.
I tried to look for it this time, and now I'm going to be looking at his hands.
I honestly think the cameraman got used to it, and they knew to avoid it.
I bet a producer told him, like,
Yeah.
midway through, like, hey, buddy, you know what we've been seeing on film, and I don't know if you want this to continue the rest of the season, but...
I looked. When he kissed somebody on a group date, I looked really intently. I, like, stopped everything I was doing to just see, and I couldn't tell. Yeah.
I hope he gets it corrected. I hope they did an intervention. Like, dude, you look like Shrek making out with somebody right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Oh.
So those are my thoughts.
Yep, I think that, you know, like I said, it made me pop a bottle of wine. I think next week is going to make me drink a whole bottle. So don't know if we're recording into the morning or not, but if we are, it's going to be mid-morning because I'm probably in. I think we're all in the same boat. Let's get done with the drama. Katie, we're all for this. And, you know, let's just get down to less people than what we've got.
Yep, ready for it.
I gotta figure out something to do to celebrate when Victoria leaves.
Just like each send us a bottle of wine and we'll toast right on here.
Just might.
Please tell us
Just
about
might.
21.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Okay. That's good. No, it would be more than just a toast. I feel like that would be an entire party. When Victoria and them. If they both go, I think that's what's going to happen next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Definitely.
Oh, I'll have my sister make a cake. Say the queen was beheaded.
Oh my god.
And just have like Chris Harrison holding her stupid ass crown.
Oh gosh. That was the wrong queen though, right? Was it? Which one of Henry VIII's wives' heads was cut off? I don't remember. I made that reference too before. You know, we got rid of Queen Victoria a long time ago in the States, and she needs to go away again. But
Yep.
I think we're all there. So that's week 4. We've got another week next week with still 20 women left. Oh, God. Like,
Yeah. Oh no.
still too many for a month in. So that's all that we've got. Guys, same time next week. Hopefully we are all still sane and a little bit more calmed down, I guess, right?
Nah.
Yep.
All right. All right. That is week 4 with Wes, Yari, Haley, and Patrick for your 4th week of the Bachelor recap. We'll see you all again next week. Guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully we don't get any more snow, and talk again soon.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Adios.
Later, guys.